reviewing the books I plan to munch this month of June, and I'm so excited!
I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it.
Now, yes, I am usually excited to read the books that I plan to read because otherwise why would I read them? However, this month it's like every single book is a book that I've wanted to read for a very, very long time. And this month I put 4 books on the list simply because one of them is a novella, so it's much, much shorter than the others. So the first book that I'm reading this month is a novella, which I have been looking forward to reading since the 3rd book in the series came out and they announced they were making a 4th novella and then like extra spin-off books. So you guys can probably figure out what book I'm talking about, but that was A Court of Frost and Starlight. So just a heads up, I am going to be very excited during this video because seriously, June is looking like a good reading month. So, A Court of Frost and Starlight, which, as most of you know, is the novella in the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, which is the series I love with my boyfriend Rasan. So this is the novella that bridges the gap between the first original 3 trilogy in the series and between the new upcoming books in the spin-off series. I think we're gonna still see some existing characters in the spin-off series, and this is kind of bridging the gap between both worlds and the expanding Fae world and awesomeness that is the series. So I am now almost finished with this one because it's not very thick, so I should definitely get to my other 3 books this month. So it will be the first month of 2018, or of ever, that I managed to read 4 books in a month! However, I have chose a couple of long books, but I do still believe I can get through them all. So I'm going to stay positive that I can get through them all because literally so long have I wanted to read these books. The next book I will be reading that has been sitting on my shelf for at least 3 years is Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. People are saying it's the young adult Outlander, which sounds perfect to me because I love young adult and I love Outlander and I'm so excited. Plus, this book has pirates and I love pirates, and he, the main guy who is the Jamie in this book, is a pirate, and he's actually sent, as far as I can understand, he's actually sent to like kidnap her and take her somewhere, but from her present day time to a past time, to kidnap her and take her somewhere. But of course I'm guessing that he meets her and things happen and he doesn't want to give her up anymore, but then of course the bad guys that he kidnapped her for still want her, and then it's a big epic adventure. So I'm really looking forward to reading this. I've heard such good things about it. I've heard such good things about Alexandra Bracken's writing, and yes, I just can't wait. It's actually a pretty funny story in the way that I chose to read this book this month because I was actually picking up Nevernight by J. Kristoff, and it sounds amazing, and it's also been on my shelf for, and you know, let's not talk about it, amount of years, and I was looking forward to reading that as well, but then I had to choose because I'd already chosen my other book, so I had to choose just one more book for June, and I started reading the Nevernight and I was hooked. I was like, this is so good. Okay, it's like, but I really want to read Passenger as well. Okay, how will I decide? And I opened Passenger. Oh wait, first backstory. So I've been listening to Oprah's videos that morning because I like to listen to motivational things in the morning, and that morning I just happened to be listening to Oprah, and she mentions a quote that she really loves, which is, "I am the master of my fate and the captain of my soul," and I love it. Hours later, when deciding what book am I possibly going to read between these two, I opened Passenger, and I don't know if you can see that, but it is the quote. It says, "It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul." Which is literally what I've been listening to that morning, and literally what I've been like, I love that. And then it was in the like just beginning page of the book, and I was like, okay, so I guess I'm reading The Passenger this month. The third, but for a change not final, book I will be reading this month is another book that I haven't had on my shelf for that long because I only got it sometime earlier this year. However, it is an older book that I have been planning to read for such a long time but just never finally got it. Is A Dark Crusade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. From what I understand about this book, there are different versions of London, and basically you can access them through some sort of portal, but it seems like only a few people can actually travel these worlds, and they are called travelers. But as it says on the blurb, Kel is one of the last travelers, so I imagine there's not many travelers anymore, but they can travel between different Londons. There is a grey London, a red London, a white London, and then the last line of the blurb says, "And once there was Black London." So I feel like things are gonna happen and it's going to be more of her dark epic fantasy goodness. And the fourth and final final book I will be reading this month is another book that has been on my shelf. This one I think also 3 years, possibly 3.5, but the cover on this one, the cover, the title, just this one, I was literally just judging a book by the cover, and I read the blurb on my way home after I bought it, and I was glad that I bought it. And that is The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell. Oh, okay, so first let's all just admire this cover with the snakes intertwining in some kind of powerball. Like, it's amazing. And then the title is The Last Magician. It just... And then the nice little catchy caption at the back says, "Stop the magician, steal the book, save the future." My TBR is golden. My TBR is golden. It's golden, golden, golden. And those are all the glorious books that I plan to read this month of June. Have you read any of them? What did you think? What books are you reading this month? Let me know in the comments below. And until next time, I'll see you. Bye!